everyone, Elisa here from Llama and Raro Crochet. Today I'm popping in because I decided to show you the Halloween costumes I've made. So I've made a bunch of them. There's one I can't find at the moment. I know it's packed away in some boxes of the kids' old stuff. And so I'll see if I have a picture of it. But a lot of these are sports costumes because my kiddos, I have two boys and they love sports. But let me start off and show you my daughter's costume. This was one of my favorite costumes, probably my second favorite costume out of all the costumes I've made. It really didn't require a whole lot. I think I kind of followed a pattern. I think I saw some ideas and I think I took pieces of things and kind of improvised to get this. But let's see if we can put it through. This one is, there we go. This one's a hula girl. So we've got the little hula skirt, and this is when she was little. So little hula skirt, and then we've got a cute little headband, and then I made her a lei with a whole bunch of flowers on it. And she tied that around her neck. And then we had the coconut bra. And she walked around on Halloween. Now, I don't think we did this for real Halloween. I think we did this for, we went somewhere for Halloween over the summer. They had a Halloween event and, ooh, that's upside down. I think that's what we did this for. So she wasn't freezing. She was actually perfect temperature in this because it was a hot day. But this is her hula girl outfit. So that's one outfit. Now the next one. Now this one was kind of a pattern. I kind of used the pattern loosely and kind of tweaked it on my own. But if you know Stephanie Picorni, she does all the cool costumes. She had made an ET. I was really excited and I wanted to make an ET. So I made one for my kiddo because I used to love ET when I was younger, and so I wanted to make them, and one of my kiddos an ET costume, and then the other one was Elliot. And so when we went camping and did Halloween in August, it was a parade and everything, and so it was just a little thing within the camping community. And so I put my one son on a bike and the other one in a basket, and my husband and I kind of held them in place and wheeled them around for at least displaying their costume initially, and then they walked around after that, and they were Elliot and E.T. But then in October, we went trick-or-treating at a zoo, and I couldn't bring the bike in, so my husband walked around, and I drew a wheel, a basket, and I can't remember if I drew handlebars or not, but I drew a wheel and a basket at least on poster board, and safety pinned them to his all gray clothes, so this way he could get down on all fours and look like the bike. So we had one kiddo by the basket and we had one on the bike. Now I don't think I have a full picture of us because it was impossible getting everyone to sit long enough to even show that, but I'm pretty sure I have a picture. At least got like the section of my husband on the floor as a bike, so I'll see if I can find that one and post that. But here is E.T. And so I purchased, Stephanie Picorni has a basic like uniform instruction pattern you can buy to make a full body costume. So I bought that, but I always kind of tweak things. I can't remember if hers is double stranded because this one I double stranded and I used a thicker yarn. So I don't know if you've ever used Caron 1 pound. It's a 4-weight yarn, but it's on the thicker side of a 4-weight yarn, and it's definitely a heavier yarn, and I used 2 strands of those at the same time to make this. So I kind of loosely followed her pattern, and then she made her own version of E.T., so I kind of tweaked it and improvised to make his little face and everything. And this was the only pattern that I made based on the costume pattern, because she has the generic costume pattern. You can make it a dress if you're doing it for a girl or a little girl, or she even has adult sizes, and then there's the full body part, and you can her pattern, you can kind of customize it to make it the size that you need. So I kind of played with that a little bit. And then on her site, I don't know what she has now because I haven't been on her site in a while, but she did have some modifications to make. I know she had a Smurf and other ones. She didn't have the modifications to make ET, so I kind of improvised. So here was ET's face. And then there's the body. And then I made the hands. I made the other hands. And then there's the feet. So that was a lot of fun. That was from one of my kiddos was little. It was ET. And I forgot to mention too, when we went to, this was my husband's idea, but I went along with it. So I was so proud of myself to make this costume. And then my other son, one was ET and the other one was Elliot. I thought it was so cool to make him the bike. And my husband was, well, it's 3 of us. It has to be 4 of us. And I was pregnant at the time with my youngest. So I ended up buying one of those pregnancy shirts where it makes your belly look like something. And it had like the moon on it. So I stood behind them with the giant moon on my big belly. And it looked like E.T. and Elliot on a bike flying over by the moon. So I had, well, even though Elliot wasn't on the bike, but we still had all the pieces of E.T. just to make it interesting. To do a fun family costume. Okay, so that was that. And then this is one of probably my second favorite one. So I told you my kiddos are huge sports fans. They like playing sports, watching sports. They like Philadelphia teams. So on Philadelphia, there's a baseball team, and if you don't know, it's called the Phillies, and they have a mascot that's an anteater called the Fanatic. This is a very well-known mascot on this side of the East Coast in this area if you follow sports. It's a very silly, engaging mascot. Everybody loves and knows this mascot. It's not one of the mascots where you forget that the team has a mascot. So I made the face, and then I got like furry yarn to make the eyebrows. And he's got a hat with a P on it for Phillies, nice and stuffed. And he's even got his tongue, which I put pipe cleaners in to kind of make it bend. Go. And he's got a nice big belly because the Fanatic's got a nice big belly that he swings around. And so I only went this far in the costume because the top part of him is green, and then he's got a Philly shirt on, and then he's got red legs. So my kids just wore red pants and the Phillies jersey. They had a fun time with this. We wore it for Halloween and the October Halloween, then we wore it again to the zoo, and then twice they actually got on at the Phillies game. They got to dance with the Fanatic, which was a lot of fun for them. We got to be in a parade with it, so they really enjoyed it. So another one that I don't have, I have it somewhere. I probably had to move a lot of boxes to get it, and it's put away with some of their clothes, and I was just pulling out what was easy to get right now. So there is Swoop. Now Swoop is the mascot for the Eagles, which is the Philadelphia football team. And it's just a bird and a bald eagle actually. And so my one kiddo was a bald eagle, and I put white shorts and Eagles jersey on him. So that was what my one kiddo was. And if I find a picture, I'll post it here. Okay, so this one is my favorite. Now, for those of you who follow sports, you know that when this mascot appeared, he was controversial. The way he kind of premiered, and especially he was premiered on GMA a few years ago, and it was very dark and he kind of looked scary, and there was all this hype about this mascot because the Fanatic from the Phillies is known to be this goofy mascot, and like it's really a part of the team. Like, you don't just go to a game. Like, everyone loves the Phillies and goes to the game if you live in the area and you're like the Phillies, but you go also, you see the mascot. Like, he's just part of the team. it's like essential to the team, and he's goofy and everyone loves him. So the Philadelphia Flyers, which is a hockey team, decided to do the same kind of thing along the same line of a goofy mascot that everyone loved. And that's where this guy, which I showed you the hat yesterday, Gritty, came in. So I made my kiddos Gritty. They absolutely loved. So these were a pain to get on. So I hot glued them a million times until they finally stuck. But these are, he's got googly eyes. And then he's got his little open mouth and his tongue in there. And he's got his little Flyers cap. And then, so he has like a beard. So if you see, I did some like yellowy orange around their mouth for the beard. And if you look and see, that's yarn. I took a whole bunch of little pieces of yarn that I cut and I tied them on, and then I brushed them so he looked like he was furry. And the body was not done like that because he wore a Flyers jersey. But I did the pieces of the arm that stuck out, and he's got little fingers. And then I didn't do all of the legs. I just did the part of the legs. Now he's got a big belly too, like the Fanatic. And again, I did not do all of the legs. I just did the part that would stick out. So this is the part that stuck out beneath his shorts. And that is what I made. And the Fanatic, and then the one I didn't show you, the Swoop costume, and then this Gritty costume, they were all kind of improvised. I just kind of made different things. One of them, I think I made the hood first, and then I came, I came down and made the body, and then I kind of improvised for the stomach and just kept kind of increasing. And the other one, I think it was this one, I did the body, and then I went back for the hood. But each one was done differently, and I kind of improvised. I tried to design it hopefully so my kiddos could get at least 2 years out of it, although this is the second year for that costume. But that's okay. So that's it for my Halloween costumes. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think down below. Which one was your favorite? That's all I have for you. Have a great day, and don't forget to like and subscribe.